Buenos dias, everybody. It is 5:36 on Tuesday, September 22nd. Estamos en DR, Daily Reading 33. And the title of today's reading is called Like Water, Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee is obviously a giant star, super well-known, extremely famous for his martial arts back in the day. Plenty of movies made after him, and one of the biggest things about Bruce Lee was his philosophy. So not just his ability to kick the crap out of someone, but rather his philosophy. And one of the things that he used to say, and I read this in a book a while ago, and I just saw it again in today's book, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, is like water. So Bruce Lee talks about being like water, and he's relating it to martial arts in terms of, if someone throws, move back. If someone, pushes, you pull. Use his energy against himself. And in today's book, The Obstacle is the Way, he mentions that same idea of being like water with all of the challenges, obstacles that we encounter in our daily lives. And it talks about taking an indirect approach to obstacles and challenges. And I'll give you a personal example of that, and I'll give you a well-known example. So I'm a wrestler and a fighter. Not very good at basketball. Never been basketball. And actually, I say that the basketball court is one of the places where I feel the most awkward in my life, out of any place. And about a year and a half ago, over Christmas break, I was playing my best friend in a game of basketball. And I knew, all right, if I go against him, skill versus skill, there's absolutely no way I'm going to beat him. Okay, so he's my obstacle. So what I do, I thought, well, I'm in better shape. I have better cardio shape. So I literally just stinking ran and made him chase me. And I would drop the ball, but I would pick it up and I would run some more and run. And eventually he got so tired to the point where I actually won the game. I won't tell you his name, but I will tell you that he is getting married next week. So when you're attacking these obstacles, don't necessarily go straight at it, rather around it. And in the chapter today, it mentioned a philosopher, and I'm going to butcher his name, but it's Soren Kuipergaard, and he, very, very, very influential person in the past, but he was known, one of his messages was leading not from a position of authority, but rather leading by way of showing people how it should be done. So, for example, as a teacher, as a boss, as a parent, as a 12th grader influencing a 10th grader. Don't just stand from a position of authority and say, I am older than you, therefore you should do this. Rather, show them the way, lead them away. In leadership, a lot of people point towards external leaders, people who stand in front of a large group of people. But really, leadership starts with yourself. And in regard to, this philosophy, it's not leading from a position of authority, rather than leading from, this is the way you should do it, and you do that through your actions. The last little quip I want to throw at you from the chapter today deals with mindset. And my podcast is called A Fighter's Mindset, because your mindset dictates your life, really. It dictates how you act, how you feel, how you talk, the things you do, the things you don't do. And it was talking about the power of a perspective. And it was saying in the chapter how some obstacles are insurmountable. There are some things that you're never going to change. The power of a river, the height of a mountain, things like that just aren't going to change. So it deals with reframing your perspective. And the example that it used, which really brought that point home, was with a castle. So a castle, think of all the movies that we've watched over the years with castles and impenetrable forces. And if you look at a castle in that way, you're right. It's just giant obstacle. You can't take it over. You can't penetrate it. You're kept out. You can't attack the enemy. But if you flip the script, if you be like Bruce Lee, if you be like water, you can then turn that castle into a prison. And then it's like, whoa, the whole world, these whole new options open up to you. So as you go on your way today, be like Bruce Lee, be like water. Sometimes you're going to have to attack your problems, not dead on, but in a roundabout manner. Don't meet basketball skill with basketball skill. Look at your assets. Cardio, good. Run for days. Get your opponent tired. And one of the things that I'm asking you, listeners, viewers, This is the 33rd video I've done, and I've been calling it daily reading, and I kind of don't really think that's the best name for these videos. So if you do have a creative name for the videos, please post it back, whether it has something to do with, I like Power Breakfast, to be honest. I think it's important to start your day off on the right foot, so Power Breakfast. If you do have any examples as lame or as funny or as straightforward as they are, please feel free to comment, post, let me know what you think. Hope you all enjoyed Daily Reading 33. Like water, let's all be like Bruce Lee.